Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. What's his name? Dang it, Harper and his wife ended up getting a divorce, but they are co-parenting quite nicely. It wasn't like that for a second. It was really, really nasty and difficult, but they ended up coming together and co-parenting. Hello and hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Serving It Hot. I am your host Bree, and if it's your first time listening or watching this podcast, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And per usual, if you are a current listener, I want to thank you as well for coming back and listening to your girl each and every single week. Now, this podcast is a weekly podcast where I basically discuss whatever it is that I feel like talking about. It's available on all podcast streaming platforms, and it's now available on YouTube. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. All right, so before we begin, don't mind how I'm sitting. I just got home from work and your girl is tired. So let's go ahead and dive into the first segment. So the first segment I normally start off is with basically story time, my life for the past week. So let me give you guys an update. Work has been trash. Don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful, but it is trash. Like today, I'm recording this episode on a Tuesday, and it was supposed to be an easy day, but they didn't have enough mail trucks. So I had to take a pickup truck and do my dismounts and then come back to the office and wait for a carrier to come back with a mail truck so I could go ahead and finish my route. I waited in the office for probably 2 hours, and then I was able to go ahead and finish my route. So was not too happy about that, but like I said, I am super grateful for having a job because I know a lot of people out there do not have a job or they can't get a job. So yes, moving along, my son, he went back to his Boy Scouts meeting. That is awesome because that gets me and my daughter a little bit of chance to just talk and see what's going on with each other. So that was great. And I believe that is about it for my story time, for my life update. So let's go ahead and jump into the second segment. All right, so the second segment is where I normally give you guys a review or a recommendation or something in that nature. So I'm back again with an update from The Best Man Last Chapters. I finally finished it. And let me tell you guys, it was awesome. The ending was super, super great. They all got together. I like how the director flashback to the previous two movies, and it was just a nice touch. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but if you haven't watched it yet, then spoiler alert, spoiler alert. What's his name? Dang it, Harper and his wife ended up getting a divorce, but they are co-parenting quite nicely. It wasn't like that for a second. It was really, really nasty and difficult, but they ended up coming together and co-parenting. And what's his name? Lance. He got engaged to the lady that he met at the resort they went to. What else happened? I'm not going to spoil any more for you, but overall, the show was really amazing. They did a fantastic, fantastic job. I wish I could say that they would, that they could come back, but I think this is it. So yeah, if you guys haven't watched it yet, go ahead and watch it before they take it off Peacock. All right, now let's go ahead and dive into the main topic. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the main topic. So this week I wanted to talk about mindset and how it pertains to your life. Now, last week's episode, I told you guys about some of the things that I was leaving in 2022 and what I was embracing this new year. And one thing that I'm trying to embrace is me just being authentically myself. Now, I believe it was either August, September of last year, I decided to go ahead and basically plan this podcast for the whole year. And I pretty much have 6 months worth of topics that I wanted to talk about with you guys. But recently, it hasn't been sitting well with me. And the reason why is because I am on this new journey of just basically rediscovering myself. Rediscovering what I like, what I don't like, what I want, what I don't want. And after listening to an interview that Tabitha Brown said, and basically she said was like, if you're authentically you, if you are you, you don't have to get ready because you're already ready because you're you. And it got me to think. And I was like, I have all these topics that I want to talk about, but is it what I really want to talk about? Part of me is saying yes, and part of me is like, no, I want to share my life story with you guys. And this is what I was talking with my therapist about this past Sunday in our session. I was like, I have been through some things. I'm still going through some things. And I feel like I need to share what I'm going through or what I've been through with you guys. I mean, I feel like it's only right for me to be authentic. It's only right for me to be true. It's only right for me to be real, raw, and honest. So she told me, you could share some of your things, but don't give it all away because some things you're still going through. And I totally agree. So this podcast is going to switch up once again, but you know what? I need to go with what I feel is right. I need to go with my gut. I need to go with my intuition. Because at the end of the day, it's me sitting behind this camera. It's me doing all this work by myself. And I read somewhere in some book that if you love what you do, then it won't even feel like work. And I'm not going to say every time this feels like work, but sometimes it do. And I feel like if I just express how I truly feel, then it won't feel like work at all because I'll be real. I'll be however it is that I want to be that day. So, yeah, I'm going to start sharing some snippets of my life, what I've been through, because I know that I'm not the only one that's been through it, that's going through it. And I feel like it is my duty, it is my purpose to help somebody out there. Why keep all this knowledge to myself when I can help another human being? That would be just selfish of me. So, yeah, this podcast is going to change. Will I still have the segments that I do right now? I believe so. I like sharing my story time with you guys, just basically letting you in on what I've been through in the past week. Will I still give you guys reviews and recommendations on different things? Absolutely. Why? Because I love music. I love movies, TV shows. I love reading books. I think I've always loved reading books. I remember me and my mom, we used to uh, take the bus to Dangriga for like a weekend trip, and she would have me pack some books to read, and I would just read on the way there. And then, to be honest, I fell off with reading, but now I've been constantly reading books for maybe the past year, almost 2 years. And if I don't read it, at least I get an audible and I listen to it. So, yes, I have a passion for books, music, movies, and of course, I have a passion for food. So, those things I will keep you updated with, whether it's a new product, whether it's a new book, a new artist, a new music, a new movie, TV show, whatever have you. I will keep giving that to you because that is what I truly love. And then for the main topic of the podcast, it'll be whatever it is that's on my heart that day. In the beginning, I was going to try and plan out these podcasts in advance, but I don't think that's going to work for me because I just want to be true. I just want to be real and honest with you guys. So, like today, I'm recording this on Tuesday and it's going to be coming out on Thursday. And sharing with you exactly how I feel. And I think that some of you may relate, some of you may not, and that is totally fine. So as for the length of these podcast episodes, it might not be the average 30 minutes to an hour. It may be 10 minutes. It may be 15 minutes. I'm not going to limit myself to how long or how short it's going to be anymore. Whenever I finish sharing with you guys whatever it is that I need to share with you, then that's going to be the end of the episode. Oh, and I will always leave you guys with the quote. I feel like those resonates with you guys. I do it also on my social media platforms, and I am so in awe. I'm thankful and grateful for all the response that I get in my DMs, like, hey Bree, this really touched me today. This is what I needed to hear. Thank you so much. And that's what makes me truly happy, when I know that I have impacted somebody in a positive way. I mean, in this day and age, we don't know what people are going through. They could have a smile on their face, but inside they are tearing up. So why in the world would I go ahead and just share something that's negative? No, I'm all about positivity, and this is a PSA. Whatever I share on my platforms and you guys disagree with it, either one, keep your negative comment to yourself, or two, if you do go ahead and share it on my platform, please know that you guys will be blocked or your comment will just be deleted. I don't have the time. I do not have the energy. I remember a couple weeks ago, I posted a funny video on TikTok. I followed this Black coach on TikTok, and she was trying to use her own audio, and she was like, go ahead and use it. So the audio was real funny, and I was like, how could I go ahead and use this in my way? So I was like, I posted a video with basically me saying that it's been over a year and I still have this many followers, right? It was just out of fun. I didn't really care about it. I just wanted to support her. And this one lady came on my post and she said something negative. And then me being nice, I went ahead and was like, no, I'm just trying to support this coach. And she was like, she said something negative again. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, wow, you know what? Delete. I don't have time to put much energy into you. I don't have time to explain my feelings towards you. You came on my page. There's this saying that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Some people should really, really take that into consideration before they start typing something so negative. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. As humans, we evolve, we grow, and if you're not evolving, if you're not growing, then you need to take a really hard look at yourself and see what you're doing, because just like a baby grows into a toddler and then a preteen, teen, adult, we as an adult should keep growing as well. We shouldn't stay stagnant. We should always keep growing. So that is where my mindset is at right now with life, with this podcast. I know I probably went on a tangent, but that is basically it. So I hope that you guys understand. If you don't, it is totally okay. If you do understand, please come back and watch, listen. And yeah, before I go, let me leave you with the quote. And it is, everything begins with let me say it once more. Everything begins in your mind. With the right mindset, you will succeed. Let me say that once more. Everything begins in your mind. With the right mindset, you will succeed. I hope that you guys enjoy this episode. You can always follow me I'm on Instagram and TikTok at Desire and Persist. You can find me on Facebook at Bree S. Neal. Please like, share, subscribe. Please hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube. If you're listening to this on a podcast streaming platform, please go ahead and rate and review, especially on Apple Podcasts, because once you do, it becomes discoverable for more people out there who want to take a listen. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, weekend, whenever you listen to this, whenever you watch this. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you all and see you all next week. Bye. Don't care what they say.